Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Encik Muhammad Zubair bin Osman. My metric number is 268173. Okay, today I would like to present my group, and based on the question of assignment is for the some people monitoring the expenses daily or monthly can be very difficult. However, in this difficult time, we are advised to take the precaution of our expenses so that can we make sure we have a saving for the future. Suggest the best way to help the people to manage the expenses that they can monitor how they spend the money. Okay, based on the question, I will present about how to advise the person. In this era, modernization, we have financial management is very important of the life in order to face the challenge of the future. Okay, the global issue is now is pandemic COVID-19 give the affected the economy as the income of Malaysia. The country is not the Malaysia country, but this is the global issue. All countries have the same problem. So in the reality of Malaysia, we have accepted the challenge of the global issue, and we must life must go on. And the issue is problem is in Malaysia. In Malaysia is the cost of living in Malaysia. Okay, you can see the price of the product is very high. Okay, for example, I give you the simple issue example. Okay, like means the 5 years ago. Okay, the price of nasi lemak and the nasi lemak with the chicken, the price is about 5 ringgit. Now the price is up to 7 ringgit. You can see the gap of the price 40%. So that means cost of living Malaysia is very high. And now you can see the challenge number 2 is the minimum wage in Malaysia. You can see 1,200. Is it accepted to Malaysia people spend the money? Okay, so the last is less sensitivity to spend the money. Okay, you can see Malaysia give the more expenses. They spend the company, they give the subsidy to Malaysian people, but you can see the people problem. They push the EPF, they withdraw the EPF, and then go to withdraw the iLestari, iSina, and iCitra and others lah. Okay, so for the more detail, I will pass to my friends to continue. Thank you.
Thank you, my group member. My name is Putri Intan Rorsha binti Ismail with metric number 290235. I will be presenting about problem statement and the cause of the problem. As responsible human beings, we need to be aware of the causes and weaknesses in expenses for daily and monthly expense. This is because when these problems can be identified, we can do the necessary action to resolve the financial problem in our life. As example, in early 2020, we were shaken by a COVID-19, which is a dangerous virus that came to hit Malaysia. Because of that, the Prime Minister decided to do a full movement control order MCO and make a lot of people face losing their source of income. This issue really affects the reason to be mentioned. One of the causes is because the lack of knowledge on financial aspect caused a handful of societies to face problem. Without good financial planning, an individual tends to speak beyond his or her ability and cover expenses by increasing the amount of debt. Weak financial management due to several factors such as small income, irregular expenses, as well as lack of motivation and discipline, cause an individual to fail to manage his or her finance properly. Next, lack of efficiency in financial management also affected the retirement saving of a person. Earning that are only enough for family basic needs make it difficult to store or invest for future or emergency saving. Most of the population expect pension money and contribution money because they feel a sufficient amount of saving after contributing during work. Furthermore, no emergency saving. According to research, 3 out of 4 Malaysians do not have 1,000 savings that can be used for emergencies. Whereas, if we're going to be financially secure, we need an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of our monthly salary. Emergency savings are an important part of our life. This is because we cannot foresee what will happen in the future. Perhaps members of our family will be affected by the illness or accident. However, if you have special saving for emergency matters, at least the burden is not too heavy. In addition, not being able to distinguish between needs and requirements, this is also one of the main causes that cause you financial difficulties. An example is a laptop for a student. Laptops are important to ensure that all tasks assigned by lecturers are well executed and delivered in a timely manner. While you need goods which you can still do the work and get on with life as usual, but want to buy something out of brand importance. Hence, this cost can make people can't manage their expense to spend their money. Therefore, there's a few recommendation solutions to solve this problem so we can make sure we have saving for our future that will be present by my friends. Thank you.
So now, I'm going to explain to you or give you a recommended solution for your financial management. It's based on problem and cause. The recommended solution can be taken is, firstly, stop purchasing based on impulse. It is such as whatever you buy without intending to. For example, buying branded handbags, expensive watches, and boutique clothing. Secondly, stop and consider before going out and buy something. Ask yourself if you really need the item. Ask yourself if it's a need or desire. And the third one, create and stick on budget. One of the best key to a good financial is budgeting. Consider every option you make. Every plan you choose, you'll most likely to divide your funds into several categories of budget. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Sabinuddin. My metric number 267487. Now my turn to talk about the idea of the concept. So this research comes from research conducted by the Pew Research Center during the COVID-19 virus outbreak. The figure above show the percent decline in people financial situation. From the chart, we can see that 47% of adults face a decline in personal finance during the pandemic, but 53% adults did not face a decline in personal finance. However, the chart shows that during the epidemic, most men, 58% and 49% of women did not have personal finance affected by the epidemic. Approximately 6 out of 10 whites, 60%, and Asian adults, 58% currently report that their personal finance are in good shape. In contrast, most black people, 66%, and Hispanics, 59%, said their financial situation was only fair on poor. In addition, we can see from the chart that half of people between the age of 18 and 64 are facing a decline in their personal finance. On the contrary, people 65 years old or older will not face this program. It can be seen that during the COVID-19 virus outbreak, the impact on some people who are still working has been considerable, but it has not affected those who have retired. Next, different level of education will have different effect. During the epidemic, the personal financial situation of educators with a high school diploma or lower showed the significant decline, accounting for 59% of the total. However, only half of people with certain university degrees have been affected by the epidemic, which has led to a decline in their financial situation. Some people with a bachelor degree will not be seriously affected. 72% of student owners said that not only were they not affected, but their financial situation had increased significantly. The income differently is particularly obvious from the chart. We can see that the lower the income, the more severely people's financial situation will be affected during the epidemic. The percentage of low income financial decline accounted for a total of 74%. However, the decline is middle income finance accounted for only 42%. Finally, only 14% of people in the high income group showed a decline in their financial situation during the epidemic. And thank you.
In conclusion, saving money may seem like a hard thing to do, especially if you don't have a lot to start with. But even pennies add up. And as you see here, saving a little can help you do a lot more for yourself. It can help you make big changes in your life. Be in control and be less dependent on others. Sometimes it's impossible to avoid borrowing money. Anything we borrow, even from family or friend, must be paid back. Generally, we pay back a lot more than we borrow, so we end up spending more than we realize. Remember, if you can afford to save a tenner each week, you cannot afford to pay back a tenner each week on a loan. Saving is important. You need to save for the future, for a rainy day, and for the emergencies that everyone encounters sometimes. You should be spending less than you earn and put money away for tomorrow. If you're not already saving, start by counting your income and your outgoing income. Look for expenses that you can cut. Pay off your credit card bill. It's the most expensive way to borrow money short of loan shark. Finally, choose a saving plan and get the habit filling in every month. Thank you.